But the way that we broke down the songs, we didn't give that Family Matters the airplay it deserved. We didn't go through the lyrical shit.
Did. I think we went bar for bar on that record.
No, we didn't. But it's cool. I don't want to beef.
Drake. All right, so Joe Budden is still on his nudist vacation. And he did call in to the podcast this week, and he cracked a couple of jokes about his sleepwalking incident, but he didn't say much. But of course, you know, the rest of the pod had to talk about this new Drake freestyle where he was talking about LeBron and others. Of course, the beef with Kendrick. We gonna check this out. Make sure y'all like this video and subscribe. Let's get it.
Figured we was always gonna be close like ovens and kitchens. I was sadly mistaken in loyalty.
Right, so this is like recorded from a phone. It looks like it's playing on a fucking.
I think they said Conductor is the producer.
Okay,
he posted it on his YouTube, and then I guess it's not there anymore.
They said pull that shit down, dog.
I mean, it sounds good.
It sounds great.
He was talking that shit.
Sounds great.
Good.
He sound more than good. He killing that shit.
He was talking that shit.
He talking that shit.
It sounded like an extension of the Scary Hours kind of vibe, like that just stream of consciousness rap.
Which is what I think we all need from him right now.
Agreed.
Niggas been playing that whatchamacallit.
What's that?
What's the shit that he dropped during the beef?
Family Matters.
Oh.
Look, that's how much they playing it. You even know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Nah, Family Matters is dope.
It
was a dope record.
Nigga shitted on it. That nigga was going crazy on that shit.
We didn't shit on it. It just got stepped on.
Yeah.
It was always
Because
a
as
good
soon
record.
as he dropped that, then Meet the Grams dropped, and everybody
and
was
then
just
Not
lost
Like Us
shit.
a day after that.
Right.
How can
That was a hell of a strategy.
I know we did a lot of shitting on him. We did. But outside of yourself. But we did a lot of shitting on him. I think it's a moment where we can be like honest. Like that nigga's dead nice, yo.
Of course he's nice.
I don't think that anybody ever said he wasn't.
No. But it gets confused. It gets confused. Like
I just mean up here.
I ran into people in the street and they be like, "Yo, why y'all don't fuck with Drake?" I'm like, "No, we fuck with Drake. Like he is dope. He just lost that. But
battle.
Rap wise, that nigga is spitting. He's crazy.
He's incredible.
Yeah,
he's one of the biggest selling artists of our lifetime for a reason. Like we don't have to.
Well, if we get more of that, I'm watching out for that. If I get more of that, that's all I want to hear from him. I don't want to hear nothing else. You ain't got to sing on the record. You give me at least 5 to 6 records of that, I'm cool. I'm happy.
Boy's good, bro. He's good, man.
I'm curious what happened there in terms of why it came out like this.
Nigga, you ain't supposed to put that out. You know that. You ain't supposed to put that out.
And it's not recorded. It just looked like he's just rapping it.
It looks like someone was filming a Nikon or some shit like that.
I mean,
if I'm not mistaken,
maybe Drake put the plan together himself. Yo, let's put
it out there, test the waters.
Yeah, let's see what the people saying.
Then we put the real CDQ out.
They ain't snatched it. But they snatched it.
Yeah, it's already out.
Well, yeah, that was just a temperature check. That's what they're saying.
I'm sure it's gonna drop probably by the time this podcast drops.
So.
The actual,
the
real one.
Yeah, if it's already out, then why not? At that point, you might as well.
This is what we want. That's it. And we can give credit where credit is due. We can't take away from his talent. It's just, at the time, it was what it was at the time. But besides Ish, you know what I mean? And myself a little bit. But,
Nah, Ish still strong.
He did.
He's still strong.
But it was... I'm not the biggest Drake fan like that.
It don't matter. You still strong.
I just think that our coverage wasn't objective.
I think it was.
Okay.
I think it was just symptomatic of what was happening in real time. And strategically, Kendrick out-strategied him.
For me, the key thing was when he stepped on it.
Yeah.
Like, that nigga song wasn't out 45 minutes. He had a whole song out. That was just genius.
And then followed it up with another bop.
It's just genius. But the way that we broke down the songs, we didn't give that Family Matters the airplay it deserved. We didn't go through the lyrical shit.
I think we went bar for bar on that record.
No, we didn't. But it's cool. I don't want to beef. We didn't. It was bombs getting dropped. The niggas was talking over that shit. Because I came in here like, yo, that boy saying some shit. And we was just breezed on by it. And I was like, all right, cool. That nigga was saying some shit.
I think it's like the Floyd Mayweather effect. The nigga was winning so much. I think eventually at a certain point, niggas just wanted to see him take it out.
And it's nothing wrong with saying. Why can't we say that? I said that. Like, yo, fam, the world they build you up to knock you down.
Wanted a little chink in his armor. The nigga was winning too much.
Nigga, I said I heard that you mentioned my scene. Dad, I gotta go bad.
Went crazy.
What?
Nah, we can't fuck with it now. Though it's too late. We crip walked all over the nigga shit.
Yo, that's crazy.
Stop following.
No,
the
I did.
He crip
No,
walked.
no,
Not over that. We crip walk too. They not like us. Not over his shit.
Well,
I did both. I put on some likey Cortexes on the nigga.
Tomato.
Cortez, bro.
Well, you know,
It's all right.
You know,
Spanish.
Puerto Rican. You know,
Cortez.
Cortez.
Now, first off, they really didn't break down the song. They didn't really get into the lyrics that much. If y'all don't know, Parks is an engineer and a producer. I think he's a quality snob. I can see him just kind of feeling like, well, this song wasn't produced and engineered. I don't feel like we should really break down the lyrics. Or maybe they was just waiting for Joe to come back. Like I told y'all earlier, Joe called in. I guess he's still on vacation. I don't know if it's because of legal reasons concerning his sleepwalking, but I'm sure we'll find out on the next pod, hopefully. But yeah, they didn't really break down the song. They more or less talked about the beef some more. And what was surprising to me was Ish. Now, Ish has always been the person in the room who was more geared towards Drake. But to see him months later calling out the podcast where he gets paid and saying, I don't appreciate the coverage we gave Drake during that time, and calling out the facts, which was a lot of the room seemed like they were more geared towards Kendrick. It seemed like it was very biased. And I think at that time, all of the people who was getting the most numbers on podcasts and YouTube was the people who was kicking Drake's back in. That's why I tried to keep it fair. I know some of y'all felt like, you know, you're more biased towards Drake, and I think my views showed that, right? I think if I was making every video just kicking Drake's back in, I would have made way more money that month. I'm just being real with y'all, because anytime I did speak negatively about Drake, the numbers would skyrocket. 500,000 views, 200, 300, 400,000 views, right? And then if it was something positive about Drake, 5,000 views, 10,000 views. So for Ish to be getting paid in that type of environment and to still say, hey, I think we could have gave Drake more of a fair shot when it came to songs like Family Matters. And look, at the end of the day, Drake lost. Kendrick came and he shitted on those records. Ain't nobody taking that away from Kendrick. It's just in the room, it did feel biased. And I could call them out. Melissa, Joe, and Parks, and maybe a little bit of Ice, they was Team Kendrick. Ish, Queen's Flip, they was the only ones that had anything positive to say about Drake at times. I would say Ice would say a few good things about Drake too. But everybody else, it was Kendrick, okay? So I don't know if a lot of y'all agree with me when I say that, but, you know, I just respect Ish for being somebody on the podcast who's always going to speak his mind. And it's not just about this topic with Drake, but, you know, he's got into it with Joe on the podcast where they was like really going at it. I think his voice is very valuable on a podcast where it's a lot of voices, and, you know, sometimes it's hard to really figure out who's speaking the truth or who's just trying to keep their job. Ish look like he don't give a fuck. Ish make good money outside of the podcast. He was making good money before the podcast. He gonna say what the fuck he want. And by the way, he's beef with Joe Budden in the past. They often talk about it was a time where Joe and Ish was not talking. And I think that's why Joe needs to make sure if it's only one person that needs to stay on the podcast, I think it's Ish. I like that light-skinned battle that they bring to the podcast, all right? It's always good to see two light-skinned niggas arguing, all right? But getting back to the song, oddly enough, I see a lot of people feeling like the whole song, and I'm talking about, you know, Fighting Irish with Drake. I see a lot of people feeling like the whole song was about LeBron. And I think I've come to the conclusion that a lot of his lyrics in that freestyle, it could be for any of the people who he felt like was going against him during the 20v1. So it could be for LeBron, it could be for Kendrick, it could be for J. Cole, it could be for Nav, Rick Ross, whoever. But my issue is still for Drake to be the guy talking about no new friends and y'all call niggas your brothers too much and your day ones. To see you do a whole freestyle where it looks like you crying about fake friends and industry friends, I think it does say something, and I think it does look hypocritical to me. And I say this as a Drake fan. So, you know, I felt like the rapping was good. I just didn't really like the content. I just really didn't like what he was talking about. But you heard everybody on the podcast say that's what they want to hear more of. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. So y'all let me know what y'all think about this, man. Like the video and subscribe. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.